Hey, Matt from the A-Team here, and I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. Today on 4-Minute Film School, we're creating cinematic music video setups. Let's go. So today, we're looking at 3 cinematic music video looks that you can use or modify for your next project. The first setup is a moody silhouetted look. This is great for dramatic videos. The second setup is a clean white look. This can highlight the look of the talent or create contrast with other visuals. And the third setup is a moody, more naturalistic look. This works great for songs about heavier subject matter. And each one will be done with just one light. Let's take a look. So for our first setup, we brought back our classy 120D Mark II with the light dome mini 2, along with a layer of diffusion and 2 layers of CTO. This light is serving as a practical within our scene. In most cases, you might have a light outside a frame, but in this case, it is dead center behind our talent. So we added the light dome mini, really just to hide the shape of the light itself. The next thing we added was a layer of darkness. In our case, we're using black foam boards along with a black moving sheet to avoid any light from bouncing onto our set. The last thing we added was a little bit of haze in the background, and this just added a nice big layer of diffusion, brightening up the background, along with blurring the shape of our light just a little bit, and creating a nice silhouette around our talent. So let's check out our first setup put together. So for our second setup, we wanted to go for a neutral white background, as if we were shooting in a white psych studio. But we actually don't have a white wall, so instead we had to improvise and use a white backdrop. As for our light, we have the Nova P300C along with a giant 5-foot octabox by DOP Choice. We then positioned the light just above our actor to spread the light evenly across the face, and then also dimmed down the light to avoid any hot spots. Lastly, we noticed there's a lot of shadow still under the face, so we brought in a simple bounce card just to illuminate that side of the face. So let's check it out. So the light in our last setup is a 300x set to a tungsten mode. We also attached a mini light dome just to help soften the light even more on our talent's face and to help spread the light onto the background. Next, we introduced a layer of double net, and this has taken the brightness of our light down by about a full stop, creating a nice gradient on our background. Next, we're introducing a mirror board to create an edge light. And all this is doing is bouncing light coming from our key back onto our talent. For a little bit of detail on the fill side of the face, we're introducing a white card just right below the camera. Lastly, we have a single net, taking down some of the brightness on his shirt. So now let's check out our last setup. Alrighty, time for a recap. When lighting cinematic music videos, there are 3 things to keep in mind. First, if you have a light in frame, try to disguise it with an organic shape. Having practicals in your frame can add a lot of dimension to the video, but try to hide the fact that it's one of your film lights. Second, you can fake a white psych look on a smaller scale. Using a large soft light to act as a ceiling of light can give you a good base look that you can adjust later to your needs. And third, use light modifiers to get the most out of your light. By using bounces, reflectors, and cutters, you can shape your lighting and get a cinematic look with just one light source.